Okay, so I'm doing a little test dig here of my sweet potatoes, and all I did was dig just this one little area right here, and I already came up with that big guy and several other good sized ones right here, and that was just from right here. So I can't wait to dig up all of my sweet potato beds. The leaves are starting to look a little worse for wear, so I'm sure they are ready to be dug, so I think I may do that this morning while I've got some extra time. They are actually, the problem is these sweet potatoes have actually bean teepees in the beds with them as well, and I actually thought that my beans would be done by now, but instead they are putting out all sorts of new growth, if you can see all those new little babies. So I don't really want to pull all my green beans, so I'm going to have to try to be careful and pull as many of these as I can around this part of it and on the other side, and then I'll wait and pull the rest of the sweet potatoes that are inside of this deep bean teepee, I guess, in a few weeks. But from the looks of it, these have done really well. So I'm going to dig these up and I'll show you what I come up with. Okay guys, so far I've pulled up, you can tell right here I've pulled up these. This is 3 feet wide, and this is going to be about 2.5, maybe 2.5 feet space that I've dug up so far. And that's the potatoes that I've gotten so far. I just have really great luck with sweet potatoes in raised beds, and they're all, if you just size to show you that those are bigger than my hand. The majority of these are. These are all really good sized sweet potatoes, and so actually, like I said, I have these beans here. There's potatoes under there. So not only in this one 3x6 raised bed am I going to get a lot of sweet potatoes because they are planted throughout this entire bed here, I've also been getting lots and lots of green bell peppers here. I have one pepper plant planted right here, right on the edge. And then I also have all of these beans, and this bean teepee has been doing great. I would say I've probably canned about 20 pints of green beans just from each one of my teepees. These I planted in April, and they are still going strong just as long as I keep them picked. So I just want to show you how much food it's possible to grow in one 3x6 space if you interplant and plan ahead and interplant several crops all in one space. I also had sunflowers. I had 3 large sunflowers. I actually just pulled this one down. There was a couple of sunflowers here on the end that did not bother the growth of those sweet potatoes at all, and I'm about to get all of these gorgeous seeds from my sunflowers. There was a couple of them here that were right here. So I had sunflowers, 12 sweet potato plants, This is probably about 15 bean and pole bean plants. These are Blue Lake and a emerald giant bell pepper plant, all planted in this one little space. I can't wait to finish pulling up. And I also had a cucumber or two that were planted by those big sunflowers, and earlier in the year they grew up them. I had a different video on that about companion planting, and so we got lots of cucumbers from this space too. I actually, whenever I was digging these up, there was a cucumber that had gotten hidden away under the sweet potato vines. It was very yucky and squishy, so that's that there. But I mean, you can see how tall these sunflowers are that I had planted in these beds as well. There's some more that are planted with my Romas, but so I had all of that planted right in this space, and I just want to encourage you to plant several things together and use up all of your available space in order to get the maximum amount of growth and harvest from one space. Okay, I'm going to keep digging up these potatoes. I'll show you the outcome later. Alright guys, so I'm also just want to remind you, if you have any livestock, or even if you want this for yourself, these sweet potato vines that I'm pulling away here, lots of them. See right here, these are actually all edible. The leaves are edible, the shoots are edible, they can be chopped up. A lot of people like these as stir fries. It's really popular in like Asian cuisines. I have not tried them, and I'm going to be feeding these to all my little pregnant mama goats and some chickens as a treat. But if you do not have livestock, you could actually eat every part of your sweet potato plant as well. I have not tried that because I always am feeding these as some extra nutrition to my goats. But if you wanted to hear some cool recipes about that, you could go over to 1870s Homestead. The lady there, I've watched her do several videos on like sweet potato vines and what she does with them. So that's really interesting to me. It's always good to know which plants, like which parts of them are edible besides just the, like in this case, just the potato. So either feed them to your livestock or your chickens, your ducks, whatever. They'll all like them, goats, or think about trying those out for yourself, so they don't go to waste. And if you don't have any of those options or don't want any of those options, at the very least you can compost this for next year. Okay guys, so there is my big pile of sweet potatoes that I just harvested this morning. These guys are really nice size. Look at that. That compared to my hand, that is a huge sweet potato. And all of these are good. They're really all good size. So I'm very pleased with that. That's from 3 by 6 raised beds. And there you have it. We're going to go store some of these away. We'll can some of them up. Can't wait to try them out in a few weeks after they cure. Hope you guys have a good day.